Hey guys, welcome back. Today is day 49 and we will be talking about how to divide polynomials by monomials. Okay, so a polynomial has many terms and a monomial has one term. So what we're going to do in our first example is we're taking 4x cubed plus 8x squared plus 10x and we're dividing it by 2x. So how we're going to do that is we're going to set it up 4x cubed plus 8x squared plus 10x, and we're dividing it by 2x. We're going to divide each term by 2x. So set it up like a fraction. We're going to treat each term independently here. Okay, so 4x cubed divided by 2x, we're going to remember that we're dividing. So we take the coefficients and we divide the coefficients. But when we have like variables, the rule is we subtract the exponents. Okay, so our rule for division with properties of exponents is that we subtract. So that first term, 4 divided by 2 becomes 2, and x cubed divided by x becomes x squared. Because, remember, if you had x cubed, you'd have 3 x's, and then divided it by 1, you're left with 2. So it's x cubed. The rule was we subtract the exponents. All right, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and x would be to the first power, because there's really a little 1 there. Remember that, we just don't show it. Then the last term, 10x divided by 2x, would be 5 for the coefficient. Now x divided by x would just be 1, and 5 times 1 is just 5. So there's our answer. Okay, so I'm going to do a number of examples. At any point you can pause the video, try it yourself, and then check it. Okay, so I'm going to go kind of fast because I know you can pause it. I'm going to divide each term by 3x. I get 2x squared for the first term. Then I get x for the second term, and negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. The x's cancel out. There's my answer for the first one. Okay, looking at the second one, I've got 12y to the fourth. Okay, I'm going to divide that by 4y, this one by 4y, and this one by 4y. Okay, I end up with 3y to the third. Then I've got negative 16 divided by 4 is negative 4. Y is going to be squared. And then 20 divided by 4 is 5. And my y would be to the first power. There's my answer. Okay, number 3, dividing by 4m. All right, 8 divided by 4 is 2. M will be squared. Negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. M would be to the first power. And 16 divided by 4 would be 4. And the m's would cancel out. All right, number 4, we're going to divide by negative 5y. All right, 10 divided by negative 5 is negative 2. Y would be to the second power. Okay, 20 divided by negative 5 would be negative 4, and our y would be to the first power. And then 55 divided by negative 5 would be negative 11, and the y's would cancel out. All right, looking at number 5, we're dividing by 8r squared. And I do it for every term. Now, negative 56 divided by 8 is negative 7. Our r would be to the third power because 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, negative 64 divided by 8 is negative 8. R would be squared. Negative 8r squared divided by 8r squared would just be negative 10. All right, number 6 looks different, but it's just like division that we used to do, kind of old-fashioned long division. All right, but I'm still going to, 2x is my divisor, so I'm just going to take each term and divide by 2x. Okay, 12x squared divided by 2x is 6x, and 20x divided by 2 is 10. Okay, all right. So at this point, you probably should try a couple yourselves, okay? And then I will just go through and explain. All right, so 18 divided by 6 is 3. Our x would be squared. Okay, so had a little glitch there, but we said this was 3. This was going to be 3x squared. Whoops. Okay, number 8, we divide every term by negative 2. Okay, and when we do that, we're just dividing the coefficients. We end up with x to the third minus 3x squared minus 2x. Okay, number 9, we're going to divide by 3x. 9 divided by 3 would be 3. X cubed divided by x would be x squared. Then we'd have a negative 2 x to the first power, and then plus 6. All right, the last one is probably the more complicated one. All right, because we've got two different variables, we're still going to just treat it the same way. 6x to the third y squared, 6x to the third y squared, and 6x to the third y squared. Okay, we divide the coefficients. 18 divided by 6 is 3. X to the fifth divided by x to the third is x squared. Then we would have y to the third. Okay, the next term we'd get negative 24 divided by 6 is negative 4. All right, and the x to the third divided by x to the third would cancel out, but your y would be to the second power. And then the last term, 12 divided by 6 is 2. All right, x to the third divided by x to the third would cancel out, and so would the y squared and the y squared. So there's your answer. Okay, so we divided polynomials. Now we're going to just do a couple of word problems with polynomials, and usually they deal with area and perimeter. So if you recall, perimeter is the distance around an object or a shape, okay? It's the outside distance. So we're just going to add up all the sides. So the question says a triangle has 3 sides with the following lengths. Well, I always like to draw a picture. Here's my triangle. So the 3 sides, it has a length. One has a length of 2x plus 1, the other 3x plus 5, and the last one 4x minus 1. Write a simplified algebraic expression for the perimeter of the triangle. So again, we're just going to take the 3 sides and add them up. We're going to take 2x plus 1, add 3x plus 5, and add 4x minus 1. Okay, because it's going to be simplified, we want to combine our like terms. 2x and 3x is 5x, 5x and 4x is 9x. And then we have our constants. We're going to take 1, add 5 and get 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. So there it is. Now, our units are just units. So let's write that down. And that's our answer, 9x plus 5 units. That's a simplified algebraic expression. All right, so here we have a rectangle. And the first part of the question, it says to find the area of the above rectangle as a simplified algebraic expression. And the second one says to find the perimeter. Well, the area is actually going to be this area here, and we get that by multiplying the length times the width. Okay, so we multiply the length times the width. All right, well, it looks like the length is 2x plus 3, and the width is x minus 2, or you could look at it the other way around. You'll get the same answer. So now we've got a binomial times a binomial. We want to FOIL it. So we're going to take our first, and we get 2x times x. The outer would be 2x times negative 1. Our inner would be 3 times x. And our last would be 3 times negative 2. Okay, we're going to multiply. We get 2x squared. All right. Minus 4x plus 3x minus 6. When we combine our like terms, we end up with 2x squared minus x minus 6. And the units would actually be units squared because it's area that we're talking about. Okay, so the units would be units squared. All right, how does that compare to the perimeter? Well, the perimeter, just like we did with the triangle, we're going to add up all the sides. But what we have to remember is the sides here would be the opposite, so the same length. We've got 4 sides. We're going to just add them up to get the perimeter. 2x plus 3 plus x minus 2 plus 2x plus 3 plus x minus 2. Okay, so we added all 4 sides together. And then we combined our like terms. 2x and 1x would be 3x. 3x and 2x would be 5x. And 1 would be 6x. Then our numbers, we have a 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So the perimeter would be 6x plus 2 units. All right, so that's it for today. You might want to go into your Desmos activity and try the exit ticket. Okay, so it looks like this. Complete Day 29 Dividing Polynomials exit ticket to practice. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.